Warner Bros. Has long held a particular place in the hearts of Hollywood's creative community. A thick fog now resembles the mysterious aura that once seemed to surround the expansive Burbank site. Will Warner Bros. Come out of trouble? Will it continue its legacy of entertainment and amusement? In today's video, we will take a deep look into the decline of the Warner Bros. Hollywood powerhouse Warner Bros. Was the wildly prosperous studio that produced commercial hits. Prominent performers, flashy automobiles, and massive earnings were the key ingredients in the 1980s and 1990s. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Warner Bros. Also participated in the Conglomeratization of Hollywood. Time Warner was established in 1990 as the biggest media business in the world owing to agreements with Lorimar Telepictures and Time Inc. 10 years later, the unsuccessful merger with AOL caused the first significant ding on the Warner Bros. Armour. However, despite the instability, the Warner Bros. Studio maintained its strength throughout the AOL era and the recovery that followed. It continued to function mostly independently of the rest of Time Warner. The Warner Bros. Staff has had a tough time during the AT&T interregnum because of how drastically the studio's structure and priorities have shifted in tandem with broader market upheavals. Warner Bros. Focuses more on creating content for its platforms, including HBO Max and going inward. That is a significant shift for the movie and TV industry, which took great pride in their ability to sell large quantities of shows to various customers. The thing that has Warner Bros. Employees and alumni the most upset is that it seems like all the turmoil and firings were for nothing. As it turned out, AT&T lacked the financial stability and moral fibre to interrogate Warner Media content with AT&T wireless and internet services to achieve the promised land of robust free cash flow. Zaslav has made it evident that he values Warner Bros. Distinctiveness. The studio needs to feel more special if the new leader hopes to guide it towards a more promising future. Is everything at Warner Animation bleak and hopeless? People are complaining about the lack of animation at Warner Bros. Online. However, according to the information provided on the earnings call, these reports may have been substantially overblown. That does not imply that animation productions across all Warner Bros. Brands won't experience cuts or even significant ones. However, there are a lot of rumours and false information circulating. Contrary to numerous media reports and some trending social media reports, no one who participated in the conversation made any specific comments about kids and animation material experiencing a wide range of cutbacks across streaming and linear channels. In fact, the WBD executives offered glimmers of promise for the company's animation department's future more than once. Zaslav praised the IP catalogue of Warner Bros. Motion Picture Group, saying, "DC and the animation group, together with the entire Warner library, our ambition is to bring Warner back and to produce great, high-quality films. The Warner team may believe animation is one of the mediums that doesn't offer a strong return, but based on the evidence, it feels premature to make that judgment. So why are people panicking?" Many controversies surrounding Warner Animation stem from this week's announcements that the nearly finished Scoob, both Holiday Haunt and Little Ellen's third seasons were cancelled. Stress was probably increased when those listening to the call saw a slide headlined "Course Correction Measures Initiated," in which Weidenfels described restructuring of content portfolio for scripted linear, kids and animation, direct to HBO Max features, and foreign local programming. The presenters might have been much more specific on how future content investments will be made. Understandably, folks are concerned about the future of animation at Warner since they weren't. However, nothing we witnessed or heard on the call left us with the firm impression that Warner is planning to eliminate animation. Zaslav claims that Warner's feature film studios, including WAG, would continue to play a significant role in the organisation's future goals. Every movie a Warner firm makes must be of theatrical quality, and the studio only releases movies when they believe they are ready. Although the window length may and will vary, all Warner movies will receive an exclusive theatrical release. Warner movies will initially be offered for purchase or rental when the limited theatrical window expires, and only then will they be made available on streaming services. When you're in theatres, the value of the content and the overall viewing experience is elevated, Zaslav argued. Then, when the same content moves to PVOD and streaming, it is elevated again. As films move from one window to the next, their overall value is elevated, elevated, elevated. The CEO highlighted his desire for Warner to be flexible in moving ahead. The feature side of the company will always put theatrical first, which may result in some films receiving shorter theatrical windows or different marketing efforts. Many Congress members warned that Discovery's acquisition of Warner Bros. Could lead to losing some content that would serve their audience in the best possible way. WPD has accomplished precisely what these Congress members feared when we look back on this letter after it was published and after it swallowed HBO Max, and began firing people at HBO. Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Subscribe to the channel as a sacrifice to the gods of the algorithm. Thanks for watching.